All right, welcome back to TNR Lifestyles. Today we're going to talk about strategies to help keep your goals in order, so that you can accomplish those goals by the end of this year. Okay, so we have 5 strategies. Rhonda, I want you to tell us what are some strategies that we can use to help us stay um,
in the mode of our whatever our goals are for the year. Well, let
yes.
me tell you what one of the things that I do and I encourage other people to do is I journal. Like I write down. Like sometimes I may be in it might be in the middle of the night
Mm-hmm.
and I think of something that's going to help me reach that goal and I keep my journal right beside my on my nightstand right beside my bed,
Mm-hmm.
and because you forget it in the morning,
Yeah, you will.
when I'm sleeping it's like my best time to think. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know you know how everybody
Mm-hmm.
else is, but that's like one of my best times to kind of think. And I wake up sometime and I just write it down in that journal. And what I do is I give myself goal dates, like when am I planning to reach this particular goal, and write out specifically what you want to accomplish by that specific date. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't give yourself a date and if you don't give yourself a specific goal to reach at that particular date, you're not going to do it. You're going to say, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but you don't give yourself anything in writing, or you don't give yourself a particular date to accomplish that, then you're going to keep talking about it forever, you know.
Forever.
So that's one of the things that I do that's really helpful for me is to write it down. I keep a journal and I look back at that journal, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did write this down, or I remember thinking about this, or you know. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's important for me. That's one of my strategies.
Number two
Mm-hmm.
strategy for me is whatever is most important to you, you'll get up early enough to accomplish.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if exercising is
Yeah.
important to you, then make that the first thing you do when you get up in the morning. If like you say,
Mm-hmm.
journaling is the most important thing for you to follow to keep your goal intact and everything,
Mm-hmm.
then make that the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning.
Right.
Prayer.
Yes. Right.
If you're trying to have a closer relationship, with your God, or if you're trying to be more spiritual, then whatever you're trying to change or make better, make that be the first thing you do in the morning. You understand?
Right. And when you wake up to do it in the morning, sometimes let me tell you that pillow is feeling so good,
Yes,
Tanya.
it
It's
is.
feeling good.
Mhm.
And I have a hard time. Like I'm getting ready to get up and give me 5 more minutes. I'm on some social media platform looking at this or listening to that. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to give it 10 more minutes before you know that time has passed. But you're right. You have to just tell yourself, just get on up.
Get up.
Get
Yeah.
up and do it, you
Mhm.
know?
What
Hmm.
about strategy number 3?
Strategy number 3 is to not just to write it down, not to say, okay, I'm going to get up and do it. Strategy number 3 is to actually force yourself to make sure that you reach that particular thing or do that particular thing. Make yourself, number 3, make yourself accountable. We have to make ourselves accountable. And several different ways that you can make yourself accountable is one thing that I do, but everybody else can do other things. I treat myself.
Mhm.
If I do something, I treat myself. It's just like if a child does something
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, if you do this, if you make A's, all A's on your test or all A's on your report card, I'm going to give you this. So if I reach my goals, Tanya, guess what? I treat myself. I may even just take myself to lunch, or I may just go out and do some window shopping, or I may have a specific thing that I want to purchase,
Mhm.
or I may even have some amount of money I want to save. Whatever it is, I make myself accountable by rewarding myself, for doing whatever it is that I said
Mhm.
I was going to do by that particular thing, that
Okay.
date.
Okay.
Hmm.
And strategy number 4, and like I said in another video, I said to have self discipline. Okay. So
Right.
in order to, like you say, reward yourself, then you got to reward yourself for something that you've done, and something that you've continued to do. So I would say, to have self discipline, that
Hmm.
that thing that you want to do, just kind of hold off, like you were saying, like saving money and everything. You may want to go out and buy some things, but
Hmm.
you just gonna say, I'm gonna just put it to the side. May want to go out with some friends or something and say, well, not today because, I'm trying to accomplish, a certain amount, accomplish a goal and reach a certain amount by the end of the year.
Hmm.
But now I don't see anything wrong with going out sometimes and treating yourself. You
Hmm.
have to. I
You
mean, you are
really
human.
do.
You have to.
And it makes you feel
And it
good.
makes you feel
I'm
good, and
always
that's
about feeling good.
yeah, it is. And it does
Yeah.
make you feel good. I mean, I don't think you should be too hard on yourself to where if you do go out that you have to come home and feel guilty and say, okay, I'm never going to do it.
Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
going to do it
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
everything. I think maybe you need to just set like a time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just discipline yourself. Hey, I'm gonna go out, twice a week with my friends instead of every weekend with my friends or something.
Right.
You know, just make sure that you're holding yourself accountable by, having self discipline.
And let me tell you another thing that I do to make myself accountable, Tanya.
Okay.
I I do two other things. I may have a particular clothing item in my closet that I'm trying to get to. By the time I get ready, like say by March, especially when it gets a little warmer, you want to go to the beach, you want to
Mhm.
look a certain way. Because I'm just going to put it out there for everyone because I have to make myself accountable by telling everybody
Mhm.
I'm going to lose some weight this year. That's
Okay.
my goal is to lose some weight. So another way, that I make myself accountable too is to put a picture of what I look like now and what I want to look like. Like I have a picture of someone like their abs and
Mhm.
and that you look at it, you have to see it. I have to see it, touch it, and all of that in
Mhm.
order to remind myself each day this is what I'm reaching for and this is how I'm gonna you know
Go about it.
go about doing it.
Mhm.
Seeing that.
Right. Okay, so that's sounds good. That's the strategies we have to
Mhm.
make sure that you accomplish those goals for 2021.
Yeah.
If you have any strategies that you would like to share, let us know.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Until then, have a great new year.
Yes, toodles.